Welcome to Mudiwa podcast, and today I'm with this beautiful lady. Her name is Jacqui Mgido. I think a lot of people know her as Vote Cosmetics CEO, and also she's always been in Hollywood, and we have her here in Zimbabwe. Jacqui, welcome.
Thank you. This is amazing. This is nice.
Thank you very much. You know, that's why we do it, Mudiwa podcast, you know. Yeah. So are you ready? Are you ready? Like, you...
Listen, I was born ready. I'm ready. I'm always ready.
And I know I'm not an A-list celebrity. I know you're used to these A-list celebrities. I've seen you with the likes of Snoop Dogg, the likes of Tiffany, Haddish, all the stuff like Kevin Hart, all stuff like that. You know, it's actually a good thing. How does it feel?
How does it feel?
Being around money and fame.
It feels absolutely magical and inspirational.
Okay.
There's an adrenaline rush that goes with it. Honestly, it's like, here you are, you in Tinwold, because I'm from Tinwold. I live in Tinwold.
Okay.
I used to live in Tinwold.
Okay. Tinwold in Harare.
Harare.
Okay.
And then...
From Tinwold, Harare to Los Angeles.
Imagine.
California.
Imagine.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Imagine. It's the things that you dream of.
Okay, Jacqui, I know Tinwood.
Tinwood. You know the Tinwood.
Okay, Jacqui. So kumusha de kubi ba. Oh, you've forgotten to even have kumusha.
Ayo watine kumusha kwa tsomba.
Oh, I'll be your box whatsomba.
Kwa tsomba. Yes.
So unoto roachisa badike reality.
Ayo inanti don't you.
Don't swing sabatsara. Don't swing sabatsara.
Atingone.
Amba ikuskuru.
My guru I'm gonna biro. Don't biro there.
So that's good. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Jacqui Mgido here, and today we're going to ask her a few questions. It's just a small interview with Mudiwa, the CEO, and Jacqui is also CEO of Vote Cosmetics. Jacqui, what first inspired you to pursue a career in the makeup industry, specifically the special effects?
So what inspired me was transformation. I was a very insecure kid. And you know, when you're growing up in Zim, vakachuka, ndo vakanaka, vakashiba, ndo vakashata. So
it's an issue of Fanta and Coke.
100%. Right? Saka every single time, language was, never kachuka. Never kachuka, wangokanaka. And I would watch my mom, and wangokachuka. My mom is Ndebele. Okay. Yeah.
Well, you know, just so you understand and know, I'm married to Ndebele Han. Ndebele is. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. So when I would watch my mom, she was very elegant and eloquent, and she was amazing. And I'd want to say to myself, I want to do that. She looks great. She looked so confident, and I would always be told by my teachers, because I was an artist, that did it awful. So for me, I said to myself, I want to perfect what I'm really great at. And for me, that was transformation, because Babongo was very strict and he didn't want us to put on makeup. But I was an illusionist. So I would put on makeup, he would look at me, but he couldn't pinpoint, couldn't later say. Yeah.
So your makeup was so flawless.
Yes.
And you were a kid. So this is not about you having gone to school first.
No.
This was talent. This was something you were born with. It's just something that you discovered, you know what?
Yes. It was out of insecurity. And it was out of desperation to be accepted.
So can we actually say that sometimes the Mangua Patnuta insecure or something?
Yeah.
Something good probably would come out of it.
In fact, Pawanengori insecure, that's when the good comes out of it, especially if in a good mind space.
You know, I was so insecure about being poor.
Yeah.
And I actually thought that wherever I go, people are actually seeing poverty on me.
Yes.
And that's what pushed me to work so hard and try to make sure that things are well. So I'm actually loving how you're putting it to say that the biggest inspiration came from insecurity.
Yeah.
And ended up getting you to where you are.
Ended up getting where.
So Jacqui, whilst you're there, can you share a pivotal moment in your career that helped you break into Hollywood?
Absolutely.
Jacqui, this is not Orodo Brook hood. This is not Morambi hood. This is not any hood in Zimbabwe. Oh,
It's Hollywood.
it's Hollywood, Jacqui.
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
This is Hollywood, Jacqui, where money, fame, heroes, everybody. So
Munowese.
you in fact, whilst you're there, Jacqui, before you tell me how you broke into Hollywood, your story of breaking into Hollywood,
Yeah.
I need to understand something. Jacqui, andigone actor inini, anditi, but ndine security company, anditi, whilst ndine security company kudaro, technically ndiri guard jerry, Jacqui, anditi, ndopindwa ere muHollywood, Jacqui. How do you break into Hollywood?
There's so many ways you can break into Hollywood. You have to understand something. They call it the La La Land for a reason. That's what they call Hollywood, right?
La La Land.
Because within Hollywood, you can aspire to be a script supervisor. You can be a DP. You can be a special effects, not
and sorry,
makeup.
Jacqui, still my to use DP, don't you?
Director of photography.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You could be a sound engineer. You could dress up sets. So, like for example, you guys have all this set up right here.
Yes.
You would have somebody specifically that does this and gets paid a lot.
And
of
they're
money.
in Hollywood.
And then Hollywood.
So, Jacqui, you're actually saying that I can get into Hollywood being
Yes.
the security of a celebrity.
And guess what? Yes, you can. Like if you have a company and you specifically pick people that are protectors, right?
Yes.
You can run a security company in Hollywood as long as they trust you.
Okay, so Jacqui, you are also saying that, let's say I am not
An actor.
I can actually be a designer.
You can be a designer. You can be a set designer. You
Set
can,
designer, you know, those who probably put sets. Whilst I'm in Hollywood.
Whilst you're in Hollywood, you can. Oh, and you could have a catering company, and you can also. I mean, there's so many. You can be specifically. You can just design shoes. You can just do just nails. Just nails. Just come on set, do nails. You can make $5,000.
Saka nawasu warikwe kuko muri kuzvinzwa kuti unokwanise kupinda kuHollywood otofambe oto nyangwe wakahamba kuskuru nyangwe wakatomboenda kuchikoro kati usina. So technically what you're simply saying to me, Jacqui, is attitude matters most.
Oh my God, attitude matters most.
The right attitude.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Jacqui, back to our question. Share with me a pivotal moment in your career that actually helped you to break into Hollywood.
Absolutely. So my father used to wake us up. He used to play golf.
Yes.
Okay. So my dad, baba mchanyuka vaitaura kuti apana munhu anorara mumba mangu ndakamuka.
Vamuchanyuka kwamuri ikoko. Kuda kungokutendai nekuti your strictness and whatever you did gave us Jacqui. And guess what? Jacqui is now in Hollywood. She actually is rubbing shoulders with the who's and who's in Hollywood. Oh, so Jacqui is dead alive?
No, unfortunately.
And mom?
No.
Oh. That gets me a little bit emotional. So Jacqui, make me understand. You're an orphan. Jacqui, there are a lot of young girls and young men out there who have given up on life because parents are no longer there. What kept you going?
It's such an injustice to think that you shouldn't move on with your life, because the whole point is they brought you here for a reason. Because you are their legacy. So can you imagine if you just gave up?
I love that. You are their legacy.
Yes. They
So wherever they are,
Yeah.
in the clouds,
that's their legacy.
they're looking down on you.
Absolutely. It's a circle of life. It's a circle of life. So you need to pick up and cry it out and then come up and be like, hey, listen, I'm my parents' legacy. I have to do better, because that's what they want.
Thank you so much, Jacqui, for those words. I think they would encourage somebody who is giving excuses because they lost a parent.
Yeah.
And they're on the verge of giving up. You are saying that keep going.
Yeah.
You're going to make your parents proud.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jacqui. Jacqui, whilst you're there, I said I need you to share a pivotal moment
Right.
in your career that helped you break into Hollywood, the La La Land.
The La La Land. So here I am thinking of my dad, the way I wake up, the way I do things, the professionalism, how I show up. So I was going to a school that specifically does special effects and film. And I was always a teacher's pet. Like the teacher wanted something, I'd be like, I'm here for it. I would stay behind, I'm here for it. I would always intern for free. I interned a lot for free. And every single time I showed up like I already had the job. So then guess what? My teacher told me and said, listen, there's a guy called Orlando Jones. And at that time, Orlando Jones was a really big actor. And he said, guess what you're going to do? You're going to head that department and you're going to do his makeup. Orlando Jones was the man at that time. And here I was a student going to do a big time celebrity. When I touched
Were you
him-
nervous? Were you nervous?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Like you just kind of, like it's an out of body experience, you know? Because Orlando Jones, we would watch him on TV, right? And then can you imagine now, in person. And this person is trusting you, because that's what we do as makeup artists. This person is entrusting you to make them feel great for that particular act. Imagine that. And I remember the budget, because this was 25 years ago.
25 years ago? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Actually, 26 years ago, sorry. The budget was 400,000. The guy had taken out a loan out of his house, and it was 500. It was $500,000, because that's really a low budget movie in Hollywood. Like that's a student film.
So this was the budget for the movie, or budget for...
It was a budget for the movie, and he was in the movie, and it was a low budget movie. So in Hollywood, low budget movies are like really low. Like, and then my student movies is spending about $500,000.
Okay. So you were heading the department for the
Yes,
makeup.
I was. And I just come out of
So
school.
do you go to church?
Do I? Yeah. Well, right now I don't go to church, but I'm a very spiritual person.
Okay.
Do
Do you know why I asked?
Yeah.
Because I feel like some of these things, it's like divine appointments. It's like predestination. It's like because you just don't wake up in Hollywood and being told as a student you're going to head a department for makeup for a big celebrity. It didn't happen.
Let me tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
So let me explain. So I am a child of an affair.
Okay.
My mother, that I call my mother, is my stepmother. She's the one that raised me ever since I was a kid.
Oh.
I was born.
Bless her.
My mother didn't want me, and my mother had a family already, and then in Invana Prince was the last born.
Okay.
And she took me in, and I was 6 years old. I remember it like Lighton Day.
Oh, beautiful.
And I was always a kid that a lot of times Vana that are called Vana Msango are very exposed to a lot of just things that are just so bad because everybody's neglecting
Like
you.
the abuse.
Just a lot of abuse, right? And I remember going to church, and I was so bored in church. But I was also a kid that was very much come as you are, and I was very accepting, and I was very loving. That's always been who I am. I was 9 years old, and I remember I'd gone to church. There were so many laws and regulations, and I was just like, oh, this God, what's up with this God, you know? And I remember being 9, and I was in the lounge, and I was praying. And I just said, Naimari, if you are the God who you are, why is it so confusing? And I kid you not, it was quiet. And God said to me, I am not a confusing God, and I don't come with confusion.
Yes, he's not a confusing
Let me
God.
tell you, that changed my life right there and then.
Oh.
Because everything that I was confused with, because the thing is, we go to church, right?
Yes.
And your pastor will say what he says.
Yes.
But if your spirit doesn't trust it, that's God warning you.
So you had an audible voice
Yes.
speaking to you.
Very audible.
Telling
Clear
you that I'm not a
as
confused
night
God.
day. He said, I'm not a confusing God. I'm not confusing. I come as clear as day and night. You don't get confused day and night. It's either it's dark or it's light.
So you breaking into Hollywood,
Yeah.
Jacqui. Did you cry? I'll give you an example. When I bought my first car, Jacqui,
Yeah.
I know it's funny. Please don't laugh.
No.
When I bought my first car, Jacqui, I slept in that car 2 days.
I can imagine.
My first car. And I was actually at university. I went to African University. Now, I'm trying to imagine you. This is your first set. You're herding it. Remember, Jacqui, 25 years, 500,000 was not a joke.
Yeah.
Whatever form or way.
100%. You know now. I mean, yeah.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jacqui, were you emotional? What was going through your mind?
I was...
From what Zomba, Jacqui?
What Zomba, imagine. I was very emotional. I was very grateful. And one of the biggest prayers that I said, right? I said, Mwari, don't let me forget this moment.
Oh.
So even till now, any job that I get, it doesn't matter whether it's big and small. Do you know what I say?
It becomes one of the biggest highlights.
Yes. When I get on set and not Mariga, Panapaka, I pray for everybody. I put a circle of protection for everybody. And I never forget the excitement.
And Jacqui, make me understand. You are just not a makeup artist, Jacqui.
No.
You also went on to specialize in special effects.
100%.
So you can definitely change.
I can transform. Yes, I transform. I can transform.
Jacqui, you know what? Then that brings me to this. I still remember one of the most celebrated artists in Zimbabwe,
Right.
Jacqui. Ansanda kuregerera mkomani yao. Nenye wakandite.
If you haven't watched it, they have to watch it.
Jacqui and Jacqui, they partnered and they did a prank on me.
Yes.
And vakaya vakatora mota yangu. Jacqui achizvitidhirodziya. Zita racho I remember what I that. But I think they'll do a marketing also for, is it Road Angels?
Yes, it was Road Angels.
But Jacqui, bringing you back to that.
Yeah.
I also saw Jacqui in the street,
Yes.
greeting people,
Yes.
giving people
Homeless,
money and
yes,
stuff like that.
yeah.
And people couldn't recognize.
Yeah.
Jacqui, does it cost much to do the transformation?
Oh, yeah.
Does
That's like $2,000.
2,000 just to do that? That will make
You have to buy prosthetics, and these prosthetics are sometimes...
Well, whatever it is that you just said.
That's my nerd side coming out. Saka,
Prosthetics.
yeah, zvinogadzirwa so that you can transform it, and it has to look like your skin. And if you're a makeup artist, you have to make it blend.
They'll be carrying a shade almost like your skin.
Most of the time, most of the time, shade yacho vanozvitira varungu. Saka iwewe you need to have color correction. You have to know how to do this.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's a skill.
So Jacqui, make me understand. You're just not a makeup artist.
No,
you
I'm
did
a specialist.
cosmetology.
So I did cosmetology. So this is the thing. You have to understand something. In Hollywood, there are thousands of makeup artists.
Wow.
Okay? Thousands of makeup artists.
Yes. True.
And within Hollywood, there's a union chayo yema makeup artist, right? And in the union, it's very difficult to get into the union. Yikuchama makeup.
And are you in the union?
I am in the union. I am the only African, black African in
Zimbabwe.
the union. Yes. So you can imagine.
In Zimbabwe.
Yeah, it's a whole continent. And pani murungu weku South Africa, but I'm like, all right, I'm South African, Jacqui. But one boy are in the union. It's very difficult to get.
One black person.
I mean, there's black people, black Americans.
But from Africa.
From Africa, indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jacqui.
Yeah.
From Zimbabwe, Watsomba.
Watsomba.
Are you Hollywood? Akamira.
Yeah.
So, do you have any moments where you probably have a conversation with people, ask you, so where are you from?
Oh, yeah.
And then they tell you, oh, I'm from Zimbabwe, try to explain. They have no idea about Zimbabwe.
Yeah. Do you know, Kuti, every single time did it set, and I'm sure some of you guys that are my fans, you know I'm always telling the celebrities about Zimbabwe. I think that one's
Yes. In fact, Jacqui, thank you very much. Is Snoop Dogg coming to Zimbabwe? Because I heard you saying, oh, Zimbabwe, I want you to come to Zimbabwe.
So this is the deal. Snoop I'll come. He's ready.
So what we're simply saying is that we have got the likes of Wick now. We've got the likes of Scott. We've got the likes of these young guys who actually can do this promotion. Guys, it's up. Snoop Dogg wants to come to Zimbabwe.
But this is the thing. As a Snoop Dogg chatty, there's so many artists that want to come.
Whilst you're there, Jacqui, which famous names have you worked with that we can also relate to? You know, I'm trying to imagine. Snoop,
Oh yeah, no. So this is the story with Snoop. Pandakapedza, my schooling and everything, right? I did a couple of shows. In fact, Snoop Dogg was the second Hollywood celebrity that I worked with. And ndakashanda naye 21 years ago, right? So what happens in Hollywood, unoshanda nemana. Right. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna share with you the picture. Sakandakashanda naye at that time, right?
Yes.
And it's so funny because there was like a bunch of rappers on there that came because he did a movie, and I even remember thinking movie and movie because it was too scandalous, right? And then I did I did a music video. Anyway, fast forward, because that's what happens in Hollywood. You work with celebrities and then they move on and then you work on other projects. I hadn't seen Snoop Dogg for 21 years, right? Saka, there's different celebrities. Some remember you, some they don't. It's just what it is because they go through different things in their life.
Yes, true.
So, Sakata Pinta Pepe, this is now recent, about a month ago, right? And then they said to me, "You're working with Snoop Dogg." I said, "Cool." And they said, "Have you worked with him before?" And I said, "Yeah." And then they said, "Do you think you remember him?" I don't know whether he remembers or not, but I like to play chill. And this you don't want to show too much excitement.
Yes. So, Jacqui, what's today?
Yeah.
Jacqui, any nigga? Jacqui, don't get youth. From Chitungwiza. Celebrity. I don't think I can contain myself.
I want to find out a bora passy.
So if
corner your fridge. No papa.
Jacqui, I want to correct you. It's Godore Fridge. Godore Fridge, do ice block. So I'm going to make that. Jacqui, so you have to.
I'm not a chill, just a chill pill.
So you mean when you're in Hollywood, Jacqui? Why now? I'm going to go for Snoop 50 Cent. All this stuff.
And I'm not representing myself. I'm representing Zimbabwe. You know, I don't go to papas. You know what I mean?
True that.
Because funny misconception in Africa. Okay, everybody always thinks that Africa, whatever.
True.
Pretty classy. Okay.
Yes. Zimbabwe, we are classy.
Yeah. Whether you in Chitungwiza, whether you in whatever.
Nice. I know.
You know what I mean?
Yes, true that.
Saka, pauno pindaka. You just have to be just chilled. You know, like my biggest, like I love Snoop. He's great.
Yes.
Right. So when you takaita interview ndikamtoucha up zvese tikachila then manager akibva zvikanzi Snoop, would you remember Jacqui? Zvikanzi Africa, because that's what he used to call me. Ndikati, yeah, Africa. And then he goes, oh my goodness, girl. Zvikanzi Africa, girl. Yeah, I remember you. And then listen, you
actually last met Snoop 21 years ago.
It's a picture.
God.
Yeah. And
definitely we're going to show the audience.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to show them the picture.
And I even remember when I first launched my makeup line here in Zimbabwe and I showed that. That was 17 years ago.
Zimbabweans got that proof. Jacqui, whilst you're talking of early celebrities,
yes,
you played a very important role to get Tiffany Haddish to come to Zimbabwe.
Yes.
And why I said so, I would like to thank you. You made Tiffany come to my boutique.
Yes.
She bought things probably worth, I will not say the money,
right.
You guys bought a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with Tiffany? Does it go beyond that? Because I kind of felt like you guys are so close. Why? Because I asked Tiffany and I said, so how do you know Jacqui? Then she said, you know what, Mudiwa? This girl motivated me, inspired me. Especially back in the day, she spoke about the 90s or something.
Yeah.
Where she was actually...
it was late 2000s.
Late 2000s.
Yeah.
She then said, you probably pushed her or something.
So, Tiffany Pandaka Sanganae.
Ladies and gentlemen, the person we are talking about is Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
One of the most celebrated comedians and actresses in the world.
Yeah. Tiffany Haddish she had just started a career, and then she got mind you.
Just staying in a car.
It's like she came in on a show as an extra. And then Vandamita makeup and we just started talking about the life, we just started talking about the dream, but I didn't know she was living in a car, right? Because a lot of times that's what happens. And whatnot. And then Saka, I did her makeup, didn't think anything about it, right? And a lot of times, again, when you work with these celebrities, you work with people, you see each other once in a while, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And one of the things that my father has ever taught me, right, is there has to be a relationship. There has to be that relationship, that gap, right?
Yes.
So Hollywood, unopinda, unoshanda, but you never get too close to people. And maybe that's also my protection. Right? Okay. You have to understand kuti pane relationship because you don't want to cross the line.
So zvedu zvemageto youths zvekuti takangokwanisa kuziva nemunhu takutoda nhamba tauzihamba kwake mangwana ndikumbere kuya kulunch mukoma chakadaiso wabata mageto youths. Mageto youths mainzwa hakusi kuti wakangoona celebrity wakutoda kutoziva. You have to keep a distance.
Yeah, because you know what? Inini zvinonzi, you know, don't meet your heroes, right? Iwo ndikakuona Mudiwa, you know, and you are my mentor.
Yes.
Mentor's not always going to do things right. I don't want to know because it just takes away that
I love
thing,
that, Jacqui. Thank
right?
you very much for that.
So when it comes to these celebrities,
yes,
do I make friends with some of them? I do.
Definitely.
But even at that, it takes me years. I mean, I can clearly tell you there's like one particular person that I'm really friends with, and that's Carla Hall. She is a renowned, famous chef, and I brought her here.
Oh, that's
good. We're tight.
So, has the Ministry of Tourism ever approached you? Because it seems as if you...
Not yet.
Honorable Minister Barbara Rhodzi.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful girl here. She's Zimbabwean. She's making sure that A-list celebrities visit Zimbabwe. And I know you're so hardworking. I think you also need to pay attention to her and make sure that you can work with her so that at least we can have a lot of these celebrities coming to Zimbabwe and selling our country.
Can I just tell you, this is my thing.
Yes.
My celebrities akawaya kunoku. We shouldn't just bring my celebrities for tours to just come because you have to also educate them.
True, very
Not
true.
vapinde vaite my activities. Kala pa akawaya kunoku. Akabatsira vanhu kubika. Akaita dinner. Akaenda ku Victoria Falls. So you can't just have a celebrity arikuya ugara mutera uda mutera oenda kumba. Isusu tikasavataurira kuti hey pamunoya, because this is the thing you have to understand.
Yes.
Especially with my Americans and my American celebrities, right? Avazive. Mukasavataurira avazive. You know what I mean? Saka vanhu vangachikupa kufunga kuti apa manopinda kunoku ungoenda kuhotera ogara zvopera. Most of the time, you know what they want to do? They want to know kuti tunoitei. They want to vada kupindawo kumbare kuku, but they don't want to just be sitting in the car.
Okay, Jacqui, make me understand. When you guys brought Tiffany Haddish, when Tiffany Haddish came here, it seems as if, in fact, I spoke to you and you said to me that you have a program.
Yes,
you were taking her to this place. And
Yeah.
also thanks to Zodo Mkandla.
Yeah.
She was also part of the team that was also taking Tiffany away. And Tiffany on Peacock TV in America, she came out guns blazing, praising Zimbabwe, saying that it's one of the most beautiful countries
and you know, and in
Africa and in the world.
So let me tell you what happened. Tiffany, this is the thing. Tiffany was not supposed to come to Zimbabwe. Producer. Ndikamtaura kuti Zimbabwe iri bo. Ma South Africans varongwa vachimutaura kuti Zimbabwe hakuna zvinhu, hamuna zvinhu magrocery, hamuna zvinhu kwese. Saka Tiffany paakauya kusitoro kwangu.
Oh my God.
Right. Saka Tiffany paakauya kuZimbabwe aramba achingotaura zvinhu izvi hapana.
So wait.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you're paying attention to this. Tiffany Haddish was told Zimbabwe, they don't have food in the supermarkets.
Yes. And things
Zimbabwe's shelves are empty.
Right.
Oh my God.
Saka Tiffany paakazouya ka. Munhu vati Jacqui ndopinda supermarket. Ambonoti chichiripo. Saka munhu kwakupinda supermarket, right? And nekufara, like she's funny, right?
Yes. Well, she's a comedian.
Yeah, so all of a sudden she was like, wait, wait a minute. To say, angasingade kuti tataurwa zvinhu South Africa because you have to be politically correct, right?
Yes.
Saka ndo paakazopinda musupermarket akuti oh my gosh, kune zvinhu kune izvi. Saka angachitoita sei, angachitoti kudza. She was so excited. Then vatamuti no man. It was a.
So Tiffany was trying to say to those people who were telling her that in Zimbabwean shows there's nothing.
Yes.
She was now trying to tell the people. So her message was already directed to a certain group of people who were saying there's nothing in Zimbabwe. To say, there's a grass
you have to remember
in Africa.
Remember, you have to also remember kuti America, right? Remember tantatotaunzwa kuti kuZimbabwe hakuna zvinhu. Remember tantataunzwa takatora mafarms, hakuna zvinhu. And then also the biggest thing is muchikoro vanhu vanga vachidzidziswa about the dollar, right? Kuti dollar rako hakuna zvinhu zvakadaro. So Zimbabwe is nothing. Saka munhu in their head when they hear of Zimbabwe, they're thinking it's the worst of the worst. Saka munhu anga achitozotaura no, hapana worst of the worst, guys. Did it right kuno. That's why she fell in love with him.
Tiffany, thank you very much. And on behalf of Zimbabweans,
we apologize.
We apologize. Seriously, we apologize. And thank you. You know, you said some good words about our country. We appreciate Tiffany. Thank you very much. And, well, to be honest with you, nanarasikirwe papa nasinambobata kuti why Tiffany they've got apples in the store. So Tiffany was made to believe that our shelves are always empty because we took farms, so there's nothing.
Because remember, Tiffany is a very smart girl.
Yeah.
And I
know Tiffany's smart.
Yeah, and angatovanenga zvinhu zvese izvozvo about Zimbabwe. Because remember, they have to read about stuff before they
definitely.
So think about it. Anti tansina zvinhu. Diana akazoenda back akazotane zvinhu.
Apana. Nobody went back.
We still come up. Right now, Zimbabwe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zimbabwe is so beautiful.
It is.
And we have Jacqui Mgido here, a great makeup artist who is practicing a trade in Hollywood. She has shared moments with Hollywood stars, A-list celebrities. And get it right. We're talking about Tiffany right now. So, Jacqui, make me understand. Jacqui did not just come to Zimbabwe. Tiffany Haddish did not just come to Zimbabwe. She went to different places.
Yeah.
But she singled out Zimbabwe as one of the most beautiful countries.
Places. Because this is where she
Did you tell her to do that? Or
absolutely not.
Absolutely
No.
Because I asked myself, Tiffany went to different places, but she said Zimbabwe is one of the most beautiful countries.
South Africa, Akagara in the best of the best of the best hotels.
Of course, these are money people.
And yet,
Zimbabwe is one of the best.
There's something about Zimbabwe that she felt.
So
she fell in love with it.
I saw Tiffany with I think it's you were taking her to different restaurants and everything. You didn't just choose to just take her to the first restaurant. Traditional way we can get traditional food.
Taida kumenda isusu ndisi takatounza traditional food show because remember she was shooting a show, it was a reality show. So she didn't really have that time. Right? Yes. So we had a traditional what is the name? She actually came with all and set everything up. Because it was very important for me, kuti Tiffany, as akaitwa wedding dress yake by a girl from Bari, by the way. So it was important for me.
A girl from Bari?
Yes, Imani. She did the bridal outfits. Come on. And you know what she did? Tiffany akambadra ega Mari. She took that. Beautiful. She took that Mari and she bought two sewing machines.
If you followed on that girl, is there anything?
Oh my God, are you kidding? She has her studio downtown.
Downtown. She's
actually, you guys call it town. Yeah.
Yes.
She's an artist. In fact, ndakatomutaura the other day.
That's beautiful. Yeah. That's beautiful. Jacqui, thank you very much. And back to our interview, Jacqui.
Yes.
On you. And what are some of the biggest challenges you have faced working with high-profile celebrities?
Realizing kuti vanhu.
Okay.
You know? Because iwewe unenge uchingofunga, like for example, experience is very important.
Yes.
Okay. Saka kana uchishanda nemunhu who's an artist, half of the time havapo, very into that show that they're doing or movie that they're doing. So they're not really concentrating on you. It's not about you. It's about them.
Yes.
So paunenge uchishanda with an artist, unofana kuziva kuti uri ikoko kunoshanda. Saka unofana kuziva kuti ndinofana kunyarara kana ndinofana kutaura. Because sometimes artists are not going to kuuya, right? And they training, so they have to read a whole script. Hey, where are you from? What are you doing? When I try to concentrate on the script, but they don't also want to be rude. But sometimes they can be rude and snap at you. But this is where our African culture comes in. And I'm maybe what I pass.
So mageto youths, skirendo mageto youths there. Apa ndipo kwachindudza kuti Mudiwa medza fridge, medza godore fridge.
Medza godore fridge. So me coming from Zimbabwe and understanding etiquette.
Yes.
Right?
Etiquette, yes.
Etiquette is very important. Unofana uziya pekunyarara. Unofana utaura. Your levels of talking is very important. Hey, all right, no. Okay? When you are in a restaurant, hello, how are you doing?
Oh, right. So when you're surrounded by these celebrities.
Yes, it's an art. It's an
art.
What
about? So, and if I don't do Snoop Dogg, please, can I have a picture?
I just don't wait. The only reason why Snoop Diaga 20 video, right? When I take pictures, like for example, Sylvester Stallone, right? He was
Rambo.
Rambo was one.
Of picture na Rambo.
Rambo was
Jacqui Rambo.
Rambo.
Man, Magito is or that Chigeta knows and I just repeat that Rambo.
Let me tell you.
Rambo got a Rocky 5, Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 2.
Rocky. Let me tell you what happened.
Rambo. So
in India, Rambo and everybody.
I'm so proud of you,
Thank
bro.
you.
I'm so proud of you.
So makeup artists. So makeup artists were Rambo missed his flight. Right?
Oh.
Lionsgate. Okay?
Jacqui, kumusha manje. Chinoti parwa tsotso kuti yokwane. Runza. Makeup artist wa Rambo onza amisa flight.
Exactly.
Kuti mwana wedu wevo apinde.
And it's very unlikely because when Vagadaroka, they have their makeup because they have to trust them. So they have those people for years. Okay. Missed his flight. In any event, so movies Lionsgate.
Yes.
Right? The Lionsgate, the big corporate company.
Yes.
Ndakafonerwa personally. Zvikanzi musikana uyu ane bhora pasi. She's chilled. She will be able to control.
Make me understand. Jacqui, we know Lionsgate, Jacqui. Jacqui, maybe ndikukutasira pasi maybe. Why ndikudaro Jacqui? Lionsgate is now calling you, Jacqui. Jacqui, I'm proud of you.
Yes.
You have no idea. Yes. Jacqui, Lionsgate is calling you to say that we need you to cover up for somebody who has missed the flight.
Yeah, and this
and
is
do
a
makeup
big celebrity.
Artist.
Yeah.
Sylvester. No,
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone. We're talking about Rambo.
Yeah.
In my 4 actors, yeah.
Yes. I mean, he's done so much.
Oh my God.
So, because of my character, I will be able, because everybody, even in Hollywood, wants to be around Sylvester Stallone. So then, vakatipa list kanzi Jacqui paunosvika ipapapo munhu uyu anonetsa anoita sei unofanira kumuda so what ndikati okay unozva chii ndakanamata ndikati Mwari Baba.
Of course you have to pray
every time. Mwari Baba pandinopinda ipapapa regai ramba andionesa Jacqui Mgido. That's exactly how
so
I
proud
kuti pandinobata help me know what to do.
Yes.
Let me tell you, we were at this really expensive hotel and Vangava tore the whole floor just for him to do an interview. The whole floor. Penthouse floor.
They take the whole floor?
They took the whole floor. Security and everything. Saka apa vatora the whole floor, right? Apa, he's doing a 30-minute interview, by the way.
Yes.
Saka apane 10 pairs of shoes. Apane 10 pairs of t-shirts. Apane different type of mvura so you can pick from. Apatine chikafu. By the way, we're only going to be there for 30 minutes to an hour. Okay? Saka apatapinda, right? Yes. Next thing you know, PR, my executives, then vatapinda murume makeup, right? Bagara pass. Saka uyu munu unzi manager wake varongomhanya varongoita vavatarisa zvikanzi what's your name? Vafunza ndikati Jacqui. She can say, Jacqui, you're my makeup artist. And I said, yes, I am.
Ndi Rambo iro.
Vatarisa
Rambo.
PA, vati PR, zvikanzi munoziva regai munhu aite basa rake because kana imi muramba muchitaura naye haazogona kuita basa rake.
Oh, they were talking to you. They were talking to you, this guy.
The problem is vakomana vangu vachiramba vachitaura naRambo.
Okay.
Right? Saka Rambo thought it was rude. Kuti, they dismissing me.
Oh.
And I'm the one that's supposed, because it's always, this is the thing. When you have an artist, management team ish, iri around ish, do you know reputation ye artist?
True, very true. True that.
Right?
True that.
Saka remember what is impossible is what. Saka iya akuvataura kuti aiwa imbosiyeka munhu amboshanda. Timboita tiri two panapa. Saka
Jacqui, when all these things were happening, what was going through your mind? This is Sylvester Stallone. You are actually applying makeup to. This is Sylvester Stallone. This is not Mudiwa. This is not Japreza. This is Sylvester Stallone. What was going through your mind, Jacqui?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
You know what, Jacqui? You've done so well for yourself. I'll be very honest with you. But Jacqui, I need to know something. Jacqui, what have you done for Zimbabweans, Jacqui? Yes, we've heard your stories. Jacqui, what have you done for Zimbabwe?
So, inini amai vangu vakara nababa vangu vainditaurira kuti ukabva somewhere you have to go back and give back. It's very important.
Yes.
And it's important not just for Mari, but for your life.
Yes.
Because you live on other people's prayers. Okay? That's very important.
Yes.
Saka inini, what I did is I set up a studio.
You set up a studio?
Okay? For Arundel. Vanhu vanodzidza for 8 months for free.
Jacqui, 8 months for free. So if it's free, then somebody is suffering. Somebody is catering this cost.
That's me.
Somebody's from your own pocket, Jacqui.
From my own pocket.
8 months.
8 months, unopiwa zvese, unopiwa chikafu, breakfast in the morning, you get a uniform, and you get all the makeup that you need. Pane Wi-Fi, tinokudzidzira zvese. You learn everything. And then after 8 months, you accumulate a makeup kit for free, and you go out there and work. And we're done.
And these people live with their makeup kits?
Yeah, for free.
That would have been bought by Jacqui Mgido?
For free.
For free.
For free.
You know what? I'm actually appealing to the government and also the private sector. Jacqui Arpanaba, Arugut Anotora Mariake. So, Jacqui, how many people have gone through your hands?
Oh my gosh.
And some of your training? And
probably 500 people.
More than 500 people.
Vamonoya for a month, Vamonoya for...
This is, you are the models that we're actually looking for. You're the right people. Imagine, Jacqui, if there were 20 or 10 people like you who are helping 500. 500 minutes, that's 5,000 people. But going to change. My makeup and everything. Jacqui, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Guys, listen, Jacqui is helping people set up a studio of Horse Cosmetics. So you also... Around the village. You also do trainings?
Yeah, we do training. You have interact. On the job. So I come in every 3 months and I teach you. Not only do they learn that, they also learn film. Not only that, if you don't want to be a makeup artist, how to count your money, administration, we teach you PR. So it's not just makeup, it's everything. So when we want to my manager, my restaurants, because we also teach them etiquette. So we teach them everything, really. You're not coming there to just be a makeup artist. You come in there to transform your life, to have a career. It's very important to me.
No, Jacqui, I'm very, very proud of you. And Jacqui, what is key to creating new opportunities for oneself in a competitive market like Zimbabwe? Jacqui.
Education is key. Ramba uchidzidza. Add on to your craft. Learn. I can't tell you, and I'm going to be very clear with you. Okay. Learning at a job for free doesn't mean kuti urukushandiswa. Munye wa urukushanda from is actually investing in you. That is the only time you can afford to make a mistake on that person's account. Imagine having all that interning, right? Kanewa waku kumbira as an intern, Mari, from the person that's training you, there's a problem.
That's quite powerful from Jacqui. She said that if you're learning on the job, was a fun attachment ndokuzivaika imene. Madhara kutishandisa vaya chakati. You are learning on the job. So Jacqui, with all that you have done for Zimbabweans, I'm also going to appeal to the government to look into the work that you're actually doing so that at least they can assist. Why? Because Jacqui, you are touching lives, you are changing lives. Imagine ukutora vana vasikana nditi. Kuna vakomana here vanovhunza kuita makeup.
Yeah, 100%.
Unotombotraina vamwe vakomana?
I've trained about 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, so is it okay? In Hollywood, do we have makeup artists vichikomana?
In fact, in Hollywood, Tanska boys with her makeup. Later on in the 80s.
Who was doing the makeup?
Men. Men started it. Men are the ones that started it. Remember,
really?
The first makeup company is owned by a man. The makeup companies are owned by men.
Okay.
Estee Lauder is the biggest.
The biggest. It's owned by a man.
Owned by a man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jacqui. If you are to give an advice to our listeners,
yes,
what would it be, Jacqui?
Be humble.
Yes.
Give back. Because in giving back, you don't know who's watching. In giving back, you don't know the blessings that you're giving.
Yeah.
Again, you live on other people's prayers. Because think about it.
Yes.
For every girl that I've helped, Ambuya Kumusha is spending her time on her knees and praying for me. So every single time I'm in a car and somebody swipes me, Kombi comes for me, and I'm saved, that is Ambuya's prayers. Kumusha kwa nisingatumbuzi.
So Jacqui, one last question before we round up.
Yeah.
I want to understand something. There's now social media.
Yes.
What is it that we can do to take advantage of social media? If I'm a makeup artist, is it good enough for me to have my kids, Jacqui, and in the bag, and yet I have a social media that is only attending to my friends? Do I have to do something else? Oh,
let me tell you, if there's one thing as Zimbabweans that we don't use properly is our social media, because you can actually...
No, Jacqui, social media ndeye kutuka vanhu tichiwanzirana nevanhu tichikuudza zvatiri kunzwa mumwoyo medu isusu zvokuti business izvo hazvina basa, Jacqui, tirakuudza izvozvo zvauda kuti unzwe. So do you share the same sentiments?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Social media yako, imagine, right? Urkuita makeup, and there's a lot more people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, right? How many brides can you possibly do? How many events can you possibly do? Imagine ushenda pa social media or you hone into something particular. So for example, can you go to my eyebrows? You want an eyebrow makeup artist. My eyebrows shit.
Specialize in something.
Specialize in something. And then otanga kudisa. Look at the Nigerians. It's also just no but my Nigerians gonna makeup yao. In fact, makeup yao because it's too much. We're more natural. You know.
True that.
We like natural makeup, right? Imagine how to just, because the face is really broad. My eyebrows. Imagine learning how to just specifically do that. It's not very difficult to start a makeup company, by the way.
Oh, it's not difficult?
No.
It's not capital intensive?
No, actually, especially right now. It's not. It's only class year.
Oh, you know what, Jacqui? I'm probably going to invite you another time.
Yeah.
So that at least we can... you can conduct a class.
100%.
I think I would love that.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us. I'm going to ask Jacqui to give me her last few words so at least she can tell you guys how she monetized her profession or how she monetized her expertise.
Yes.
Jacqui, I
invested in myself.
You invested in yourself.
I invested in my education.
Yes.
Somebody did the one thing. Do not gonna quit makeup, do not gonna Zara, do not gonna eat food.
You can do all those things?
I can do all those things.
Wow.
Because guess what? When you come from me.
And Jacqui, did you do your own makeup?
Yes.
Oh, well done. You look so beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah. Do not gonna eat so my advice is just don't do one thing within that particular role.
Yes.
Learn everything, because especially my movies, they don't have enough money for hair and makeup.
True.
Imagine you want to go to hair and makeup. Imagine you my weddings, you do hair and makeup.
Okay.
Right?
So Jacqui, if I want to get in touch with Jacqui, what should I do? Do I need to
Go into my Instagram because that's what I mostly answer.
And then your Instagram is called what?
Is JACQUE, Jacqui
Jacqui
Mgido, Mgido.
Okay, Instagram.
Like in Instagram.
I can DM you and you can actually respond.
I always respond to my DMs. And then also another thing, if you can't remember that, just say Zimbabwean Hollywood makeup artist. I come up. That's a little easier.
Zimbabwe Hollywood makeup artist.
I come up right away.
Jacqui will come up right away. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great time having one of the most celebrated makeup artists in the world and who is based in Hollywood, Jacqui Mgido, right here at Mudiwa Hood Podcast Live.
Love it. This was nice.
Jacqui, you know what?
Yes.
I'm actually excited. But Dabuti, off the cameras, your experience with other artists because do try Rambo.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been good, it's been great. Jacqui,
been awesome.
Probably a few words that you can probably say as a closing. What is it you want to say? Probably something burning within you.
Yes, something burning with me. Musatize nyika yenyu muchiramba chida kuenda kuAmerica, kuda kuenda London. It's everything is here, honestly.
Okay.
Look for
That's
stuff
the reason
here.
why you were in Hollywood. You did not stay there. You came back.
This is what I said earlier on to somebody. I was like, wouldn't it be funny? Murungu is interviewing you about your own country where you visitor kuno ane land because you have a different passport.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from Jacqui. Here at Mudiwa Hood Podcast, we'll say bye, but just for now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mudiwa Hood. Provoke, inspire, motivate. Jacqui, thank you very much.